We come with nothing we just with a bag or like 2 suitcases and nothing else.
Welcome to Innovation Springs. I'm your host, Hayley Blackburn, Innovation and Design Librarian, Program Director in C3 Innovation, and Affiliate Faculty with the Center for Research Frontiers in Digital Humanities. Now, this show spotlights the folks doing cool things across education, research, business, and thought leadership. Today, I'm talking to an international graduate student. She has an exciting project to tackle sustainability challenges when students are moving on and off campus and joining our community. You can find more information and notes about the show at c3innovation.uccs.edu. Let's dive into the spring.
My name is Nieves Fernandez. I'm an international student from Spain. I'm a graduate student here at UCCS. I'm a graduate assistant coach in the women's soccer here at UCCS. I'm studying my master, the general MBA master on business. And I've been here for almost a year and a half already.
Oh my gosh, well, welcome. So glad that you're sitting down, and I'm really excited to kind of just hear about your experience on our campus as an international student, maybe anything that you notice is different, interesting, how innovation shows up. So I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you.
Now, you have a lot of things, right, going on. You are an assistant coach with the women's soccer team, plus being a graduate student, plus a lot of amazing projects we're going to talk about. Walk me through kind of a day in your life on campus. Like, what was last Wednesday like for you?
Well, okay, particular one. Okay, we're in a spring season in soccer, so everything for my day in a life is influenced by the soccer. So I try to always get up at 6 a.m. I have like my morning routine that I like. I try to go to the gym earlier, so because then the day is super busy. So after my morning at the gym and my morning routine, I try to do some school work, working on the project that we're gonna talk about now. And then we have in this spring season, we have from 11 a.m. to 12:30, we have soccer field training. After that, we go right away to the gym and we finish at 1:50. And I'm in charge of the GPS of the players, so it's the small trackers that they have on the back. So I will upload all the data after 1:15 p.m. At the same time I'm eating, kind of multitasking. After that, either maybe I'm in the lodge eating or finishing with the GPS report. That's the most important thing. After I send the GPS report to the coach, that's when like my afternoon and everything starts. So I can either do more schoolwork. Sometimes I have some classes that are in person here. Other times during the spring season, because that's when me as a student and assistant coach, I have a little bit more time. So I try to go to events, either like the garage events that they promote, UCCS, that they are like exponential impacts, that I also like to go and learn a little bit more of innovation and everything of AI. That's something that I want to work a little bit more this 2026. So I will do any of those events. And if not, I also try to, get in on pickleball, to try to get a little bit more on pickleball.
Okay. You love a hobby.
We don't have that in Spain. It's getting bigger, but it's a new thing. So it's a sport for me, new sport. So that will be my day. Like I'm also working on my personal brand. So I'm learning about social media.
Mhm.
So I need to find those type of moments during the day and organize really well.
Okay.
So I can either in the morning or in the afternoon record some content, try to put it on different platforms.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you do have a packed day, packed schedule with a lot of variety. It sounds like a lot of like moments where you get to try and learn something new, like you said, or work with data and try to find maybe insights to help the soccer team, and then you are fitting in classes and projects. That's really impressive. I do have a question. With the GPS trackers, like what's kind of the overall goal, and what type of insights and data are you putting together for the soccer team?
Okay, that's a really good question. Because that's something that the data and like the GPS is always have to be adapted to the team. So it's not something that you just can copy paste and whatever we do in UCCS, you can do it on another university club or whatever. So you always need a meeting with the coach, with the head coach, just to know what he wants. And that's the meeting that we have. And we use like 4 KPIs, that are the metrics that we pay attention. And then it's something that has been useful because we see that some players sometimes run too much with the system that we have. So it's not something that you can really say, hey, you're running too much, you need to run less. No, it has to be a background and a why and a reason on that. So with the system, the way we like to play, we see some things that is like, this is not good for the team. Maybe some players are getting tired earlier. So that's something that we track. So we can see if our center backs are running too much, that we maybe want them for another moment of the game. So that's part of the things that I've been doing. Also, we use for injury prevention or recovery. So when a player is coming from an injury, we need to take them back to their numbers, to the data they have before, or if they are doing too much, it's something we need to take care. And we also use the RTP, that is, they have to respond in the mornings. They have to respond 5 questions about how many hours they sleep, quality, fatigue, stress, and mood. So it's not only about numbers, it's also not about the player, the human, because they are student athletes. So they have academics and they have to perform on the soccer team. And that's something really, really hard. And a lot of people, I think, really, they don't see how much they put. So we need to know, hey, why are you fatigued? Why are you stressed? Maybe it's an exam, when we have the weeks of exam, midterms, finals, it's something that we have seen. So we try to adapt the load on the players and really ask them, hey, is there something that we need to help you? Maybe you need a rest day. We need to maybe put you on maybe as a neutral on some exercise to reduce the load. So in order to get the most out of the entire team, but also as individuals.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I feel like, sports management and performance management, like the world of coaching, has so many kind of innovations that have happened to really support the whole person, as you said, the human kind of player, but also, elevate the sport itself. And I feel like we see that, across so many different sports of like, wow, just the level of performance is so much higher. And I think a lot of people, like myself, very much included, until this moment hadn't, thought so much about how much tech and analysis and just like new invention and ideas kind of go into being able to make kind of those performance upgrades. So thank you for sharing that. It's really cool.
Welcome.
Yeah. Go soccer team. Are we looking good? Like,
Yeah.
how's the season?
Last year, last fall 25, we reached the NCAA tournament. So that's a big thing for us. And we're, I think every year we're improving in a way. And actually the girls, we have really good team culture. The seniors help the freshmen. And then we also are working with Dr. Jessica Kirby, that is she's the sports psychologist, that we do workshop with her. So we, as I told you, the part of human is really important. She's helping the team in the part of mental. So I think the girls on the team general has improved and get a lot of things out of her knowledge, because it's a new program that not a lot of universities has. A lot of universities actually want to do what she is building here with the Mountain Lion Strong program that is I'm part of, so on that one. And she has been developed this, and she's a UCC student, an alumni.
Amazing.
So it's really nice to have her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I hear soon you will be an alumni yourself, getting kind of close to graduation. You said you were working on your master's in business. Tell me a little bit more just about your own kind of studies, and do you have a thesis project you're working on? What's left before you graduate?
I'm trying to get all the knowledge for my future, and part of that future start here with innovation, right? So I never actually think about it that I will meet so many people at UCCS, and really everyone's so open to actually help. And then knowing every day a little bit more, go to these events that I told you, I found about the garage. And that's when I started a project that came as an international student.
Yep. Amazing. So I do want to turn then to this project that you're working on with EPIIC, our Alpamar Institute for Innovation Commercialization. Great friends. We love them with C3. So yeah, tell me about how you got kind of involved with the garage and just walk me through sort of the story of your project that you've been working on.
So I would say everything starts being as an international student. We come with nothing we just with a bag or like two suitcase and nothing else. So I was dealing with, how to go to like Walmart or any place to buy furniture. And then after my first year, when it's May, I just found about two places of donation. I was like, what are these donation places at UCCS? And I learned a little bit like, oh yeah, you can take things, bring things and take it free or donate it. I was like, oh, what is this, And I take a couple things, for myself, for my life here. And I really appreciate it because it saves a lot of money. And then I also met Polly. She's in charge of the sustainable department. And she told me a little bit more about what are they doing here and everything. And then my idea just popped up because I was asking like, hey, like, what are these items? Where are they going? And she told me, oh, like some things they stay here and some we give it to other like second-handed stores and everything. I was like, hey, well, but I will appreciate this as an international or as a student to have a place to donate or get free items, just to save a little bit of money and also reduce waste. So that's when the idea popped more.
Yeah.
And then talking with the garage that I know about, just in the university, receive emails and everything, and I just got one from them, and I was just like talking to them a little bit more, and they told me about this amazing place that is something that I recommend everyone to come, and everything started fitting. So I started this project for the garage, and it's just kind of building this app that is gonna call is called Unicycle. And the idea is to create a website and then an app platform that people can donate, can reserve, and can interchange items between students. It's only for students. I want to give it back to the community of UCCS. So with this, I really want to reduce waste. I want to reduce waste. I try to save money for students and then try to create a recycle environment. Once I get something, I'm going to take care of that so I can give it back. Because once I get to Spain, there's a lot of things I cannot bring on my suitcase.
Yes.
So I really want to say, hey, this is something that I was using. Here you are. You can use it.
Yeah. Oh, that's an amazing idea and definitely needed. Like you said, international students absolutely, will help them as a key market. But yeah, I think almost all students that, come to college, come to a campus, I definitely remember that stress of once I moved out of the dorms, which are furnished, into like off-campus housing. It's like, oh,
Yep.
I have nothing, and I had to kind of scrap together things from family or friends, and so I can definitely see how that unicycle university like recycling program absolutely could be impactful and have some of those bigger missions as well. Oh my gosh, I love it. So you are building a website and an app. What kind of like steps or like resources, what things did you need to learn or are you learning in order to get to kind of those stages?
Well, I will say everything really because I have no background. Or I'm not like computer science. I have no background. My background is sports science, so that's the knowledge I have.
Yeah.
The power of data, I'm getting, but with the exponential impact opportunity that UCCS provide, I was able to learn like a little bit more of AI, knowing about ChatGPT, Claude 101, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name, and meeting a lot of people and being able to ask questions. So that's part of the things I need to learn. Then I also have to learn how to create like the podcast, what are the things that I'm going to need, um, how Instagram works a little bit more, how to create like the structure of the project, There's a lot of things of logistics that I didn't think about it, It's something you don't got in mind because I don't have a background of business. So when I got to America, I say like, I want to learn from one of the world potential countries of in terms of business. So that's also part of the things that I have to learn how to get the idea, what people need, how I can solve. So the structure that they teach me, is which is the problem, right? The problem was there's a lot of items that the students also throw away that I think they can be reusable, and there was nothing. They just thrown away. Then the solution, that's what I have to come, right? So the second step is, once I know where's the problem, how I can solve it. So I need those part of AI knowledge, data, business, logistics, management, everything that I'm learning in the master, try to, with the help of C3 Innovation and the Garage, try to put everything together.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to be learned and had when it comes to kind of that entrepreneurship mindset, ethos, like skill set. I know we first met sort of through my role with C3 in the library. You came with this idea and said, kind of, what are some things we could do next? And I know I focused a little bit more on, okay, how can we build up like the design ideas? How is that going for you?
It's been a challenge.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think everything I'm learning here is going to help me in the future.
Absolutely.
So you taught me about Figma, something I never heard. And now it's like a big part because I was able to actually create the app on Figma. It's called the backend, right? So it's not useful, but it's right there. So I was able to have something visual that I then kind of implement. So that's part of like when I was talking to you. And then I've been using the ChatGPT to create a little bit more of the coding because I don't know about that. But then also when I start talking also with, we have the event that I really appreciate that I got the opportunity.
The app design workshop. And so, C3, we were able to bring in sort of a lead designer when it comes to those wireframes and initial kind of design prototypes. And he was able to teach our community kind of the design process steps.
Yeah, that was one in a life opportunity that I have, and I learned from experts on Apple to actually know how to design the frame. So you're used to see like Instagram, I don't know, Facebook, and you're not conscious about all those things and how important and what make people stay and what I wanted to be on the front. So that's actually have the opportunity for me to learn on that and how to design a whole app and all the frames. And we were all together, and that was really that was part of also of my creativity. And then once you have all the ideas, how do you want to look and what do you want to people look at it? Then I got with the Garage, they're helping me on the part of business or like the project itself, because for me right now it's a project, I don't have any goal, and I don't think it's not going to be any goal. It's just have a project that I have to present at the end of the semester.
Yeah, exciting. Oh my gosh. So now that you've, experienced all these different sides of kind of entrepreneurship, as well as different, insights and how do we help things with like your soccer team experience, I would like to know, how do you define innovation and kind of inspiration in your life and sort of approach being innovative?
I will say both words are connected. One's go with the other one. So innovation or innovate means create something, right? But sometimes you don't create something from scratch. You create something or you develop something that is already built, right? Like the phones are already built, but there's innovation every month, every year, right? So in order to innovate, you need that part of inspiration, right? You got an idea one day, is related with it says the innovation is related with the mental aspect, right? You have an idea, I want to do this or I want to improve this, and then with that idea you find or you try to get from your, as you're saying, my background in sports science, data, learning about business, learning about AI management and everything. You try to actually like put the idea with all those things together in order to create something or develop. So I think it's something, the innovation that is related with entrepreneurship too. So any person that they say I'm an entrepreneur is like innovation and inspiration is like those three words are kind of together.
Yeah, create a big model, absolutely. And for C3, we like to also advocate, and how will this solving this problem or using or developing this idea maybe come back and help the community, which certainly your project idea clearly will. And how does that help foster kind of curiosity about what are problems that could solve, what are products that maybe exist that could be evolved or iterated. So I absolutely love kind of how you apply that. Do you see, any of the maybe innovation or like business mindset that you've seen here in the US that you would take back, to Spain and say like, hey, here's a different way? Or do you think that, I guess what differences maybe have you noticed with innovation here versus back home, strengths that they have that we could learn from?
That's a really, really good question, because it's something that I've been, since I got here, it's something that I always put in perspective, just because being international and you always you're already bringing another idea or another mindset to America. So I will say, from America, all the things that I'm getting is the part of opportunity. A lot of people say that word actually, but now for me, it's actually resonate more, because I have an idea here, and a sudden I just create something, and people actually really want you to create that idea and develop. Maybe it's gonna fail, maybe it's not, but they just want to create it, and they're gonna learn from that. So I would say that's one of the main things, the opportunity that you have here in America. And in terms of innovation, also is like I told you, I was able to go to events and meet a lot of people, and that's actually I met people from computer science, cybersecurity. I don't know, programmers, business, consultant. I don't know. It's all kind of people that you will think. I have the opportunity to meet them here, and I have a contact. So the part of networking has been a really important thing. So that's all the knowledge and idea, creativity, innovation that I'm getting from America. 100% I'm going to bring it to Spain. And the things that I'm bringing to Spain, that's why this idea of a platform the project, is because in Europe, I would say we are more community. So we are like more social. It's not something bad, it's just different cultures. So the culture of Spain is really like social, be with people, go and just meet on a bar, restaurant, just hang out. And I bring that to the platform that I see that I want to give back to the community, right? So all the help that they give me, or just trying to help other students, if I'm able to do that, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not gonna ask anything back, because I really just want to help. So I will say that part of social life, I think that's kind of integrate on the platform as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that you can have these kind of dual perspectives, which I am sure will make anything you create your whole life a lot better to have both. Well, as we're kind of wrapping up, thinking about our community here, what is like your favorite thing about UCCS that you've experienced, and what is something that you would love to see, our community evolve or, grow a little bit more?
From UCCS, I really like all the opportunities that it provide, from a School of Business perspective, from innovation perspective, then also where it's located. Colorado Springs have a lot of good things to give you, being an Olympic, Paralympic town, the nature right away here, so you can actually do mental breaks. The people really open-minded, willing to help in whatever you need. So I think all of that is something that I think UCCS expand, and also the part of sustainability that they are building with the UCCS farm is really amazing. They also just want to provide healthy items, healthy food, and to the students for free. That's something that I didn't know at the beginning, and that was, oh my God, like we really appreciate, as I told you, in terms of money and everything, any tiny help is a big thing for students and for the community. So you're just giving that for free. And that's something really, really appreciated. And in order to evolve, I think the power of innovation, that is something that this is something new, that the university is putting resources, um, like investment and human resources to that. I think is something that is going to set up a tone more to the university. And I think, more about AI, how to use it. There's a lot of different kind of AIs, how to implement it, because everything is, right now, AI is right here. We cannot avoid it. And we need to learn how to implement it as a student, in your business, if you have a business, in your project, in whatever you have. So I think that's something that the university need to keep pushing, because as you see, like now with all these projects and everything, and the garage, C3 Innovation, UCCS Farm and everything, I think this is going far and is something to keep pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love that you kind of just stopped for a second and mentioned there's so many different types of AI. Definitely, it's easy as we were like talking about it, just generally you say AI as this giant catch-all, when usually people mean, more of like large language model chat, but there are so many different like niches and sectors and models within all the different companies. And so, yeah, I love that idea of continuing to advance sort of this AI literacy for students and staff and, faculty and researchers of when and which and how, appropriate the different levels kind of go. It's a good mindset.
Yeah, and also I will say all the things like that UCCS is providing and the power of innovation, you need to apply to your field. So I will say if we want to innovate and then we have an idea, we need to put everything together. So it's like not one thing or ChatGPT is going to use for something. No, you just need to apply that knowledge to your field in order to improve it, find a solution or whatever. So it's just everything has to be together.
Wise words. I love that. Oh, well, final question as we wrap up. Anything else that you'd like to plug, add, talk about that we haven't covered yet?
I would say for me, so I would say the only thing would be just give you a really big thank you, because have this idea of a podcast now. That means UCCS is innovating, and then having me here for me is a privilege, I tell you. And then meet you at the beginning of this project, and now here and see how all the things are going is show that UCCS are doing the things in the right direction. And the people that are here are putting a lot of effort and they really want to help. Really appreciate the opportunity to ask me to show my project that I'm doing with the garage. And thank you also. I will say I really want to give from here a really big thank you to Polly on the sustainable, all the departments sustainable at UCCS, to you, Hayley, and Joshua on the C3 Innovation. That's when I met them and the ideas start flowing. And then to the EPIIC garage that I have Luke, Ariana, and Larry, that they're helping me with everything, and everyone is so open. So without any of these people that I surround, and also exponential impact, that they're also a big thing. So without any of the people that I met in here and I meet here, nothing of this will be possible because I have no background and knowledge of this. So everything just was created right here. So I really thank you to everyone.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That is fantastic. So sweet, and we all love.
And that's today's journey into innovation. Now, want to explore the research and ideas we mentioned today? Everything is linked in the show notes. If you want to be a guest, I'd love to hear your story. Find the submission form at our website, c3innovation.uccs.edu. Innovation Springs is a production of C3 Innovation at the UCCS Kramer Family Library. Studio recording is provided by the Garage at EPIIC. Hayley Blackburn is an affiliate faculty member in the Digital Humanities Center. Theme music is from Simon Trumpf-Lipine, Dreaming of Innovation, Storyblocks. Follow at c3innovation.uccs on social media and check out our website for events, programs, and more opportunities. For more content on the digital humanities, head over to labs.uccs.edu/CREFDH. And for more innovation initiatives, go over to EPIIC.uccs.edu with our friends in EPIIC. See you next episode.